go.
Good. So, Mr. KJ-52, what is the most important sound in the world to you?
I guess right now the sound of my kids being healthy would be the most important sound to me. I have a brand new 1-year-old and a 4-year-old, so yeah, I think that would be definitely the one.
That's great. Do you think that kind of value has changed since you became a Christian? What do you think would have been the most important sound to you before you became a Christian? Or do you think that would have been the same either way?
No, definitely not. I didn't have kids then, so I don't think that would be as important. I think probably then the most important thing, the sound probably would have been hip-hop before I was a Christian because it kind of dictated everything, what I did, what I said, what was important to me, all that stuff. So yeah, absolutely, that would be the most important thing back then.
And now, what do you think would be a sound or instrument that would sum up the message or legacy you want to give to the world or to your kids or to the music industry? I guess what kind of sound metaphorically would you like to be or for your family?
I mean, not the sound of Conceited, but probably the sound of my records. That really sums up what I want to say artistically, musically, especially this new record that I'm working on, I think would probably be it.
And if you had to sum up, or if you had to choose just one song or even just one instrument out of all of those, what would you choose, sir?
I guess probably the song Dear Slim. I think it's the song that probably defined me in a lot of ways. And I think, some things you kind of step back from and go, okay, I didn't really have any hand in writing that. God kind of took over. Or at least it felt like, I said what I wanted to say. So probably Dear Slim Part 2.
And that was the one that you got a little flack for in the music industry, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, not a lot, a little bit. I got kind of hammered on VH1's 40 Least Hip Hop Moments.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then MTV's TRL ran it.
I didn't know about that one. Yeah.
That would have been maybe '02, I think, is when they ran it. And then, yeah, they took a totally different angle. They were kind of like saying that I was dissing him. There was no spiritual aspect in what they talked about. So yeah, I mean that's just on a national scale. There's plenty of other stuff.
Now, for your new record, do you think there's kind of if you had to summarize your new record in a sound, I know you might not want to give something away, but in a kind of sound or idea, what would it be?
Boom. I'd sum it up with boom. I think that just isn't just the tone of the album, but just kind of a in-your-face kind of boom. Really sums up the new record.
Very cool. And then just two more questions. One is, if you could sum up the world in a nutshell, like define the whole world as one sound, like maybe the sound that God hears when he looks at the world, what would that sound be?
I guess it would be the sound of a sunrise, which isn't necessarily a sound per se. It's an emotion, I guess you feel. Not to be all hippie-ish, but I think there's something about, maybe the sound would be no sound. It's that peaceful quiet. You know what I mean? The lack of noise. I think when God was finished, he said it is good. And I think when his creation is where it should be, it's at peace.
Well, that's great. And then you already kind of answered this one a little bit, but what sound do you think most characterizes your family life, sir?
Chaos! I mean, it would be loud, it would be chaotic, but it would be joyful. It would be that kind of organized chaos. Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it very much.
Sorry about last week. I apologize for that. I'm not sure what happened there, but again, sorry about that.
That's okay. I got you in the end. And I have to say, I really appreciate you taking the time.
No problem.
Obviously, I'm a fan, so thank you very much.
God bless you.
Thank you. You too.
Take it later.